Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.
I'm going to take just a moment to make this a very serious and potent time. Alan, thank you for being a visionary, a thinker, and a historian who breathes life into our history. As I sit here, as you sit here and I stand here today, I am looking at what Houston might be if I'm fortunate enough to ascend to the position of the CEO of the city. Houston is an eclectic and unique place. The people, each and every one of you in this room, make for its giantness, its grandness, its uniqueness, and its diversity. Great things have happened in the present administration, but I always believe that one who sits and does not move is an insult to God's grace. Keep moving. This city must keep moving, and it has a future that is beyond even my imagination. For Alan to see me in the 100th commemoration of the Wall Street Massacre, I was a keynote speaker, honored to be invited. I've had that privilege of being invited around the world and around the nation. 28 years of service, and I'm still having fun. And as I was there, I could imagine the hospitals, hotels, schools, businesses, banks, restaurants, a bustling community. I took a moment to kneel and pray on the soil of which 300 of our brethren were dumped after the massacre. I do not come here in anger, for I will have to represent people in this city that come from all walks of life. Anglo, Latino, Asian, Southeast Asian, African American, boldly indicating that each bring a special uniqueness. But if we do not learn to respect each other's unique difference, then who are we? And so I will lead a city that is not afraid to tell the stories of all of us, and will go beyond the normal Fiesta Patris or Asia Pacific Month or Black History Month, but look at what we do and amplify it, change the brand of this city, make it a national and international destination. And so the 40 Acres and a Mule, or the 40 Acres Conference, will be a national conference, because if the city says, come during Juneteenth, kick it off with the 40 Acres Conference. It will generate income, it will build the economy, it will help vendors, if we bring people from around the nation to commemorate a uniquely associated Texas experience. That is when General Granger came to the shores of Galveston. After 2 years of being obstinate and refusing to free the slaves, Texas said no. Finally, Abraham Lincoln, thank God, in his last breath before the horrible assassination, sent General Granger to issue order number 15 to free the slaves. His words were, you are free, but you can remain here as an employee of an employer. Unlearned as they were, they knew freedom. They knew slave and master. Employee and employer were very curious words. And I can assure you, now being the author of the Emancipation Trail that would take its walk from Galveston through up to Houston, Independence Heights, 3rd Ward, Emancipation Park, the first historic trail ever to connote slavery. We're hoping to get that done. A creator of an economic engine, and people come to walk that trail. They took their little belongings, not listening to what General Granger said, except they were free, and began to walk, and to leave the shores of Galveston, and began to come and make their homes along the way in Texas City and Lamar, places where our relatives have come from, and then all the way up the Emancipation Park area, Freedmanstown, 4th Ward, began to lay down their free bodies and create places like Houston. And Independence Heights, the first city incorporated as an African American city. Our history of all of our people here, of all races and ethnicities, are really a call for a branding of an exciting city of arts and entertainment and history and people with new ideas. The future of Houston is the people of Houston. Meantime, we can fix permitting and wastewater and flooding. I've done those things. I've sent you $1 trillion through my tenure in the United States Congress. Who else would know how to use creatively those funds and to help empower the small businesses in the conferences that put on all the time in their own might, but how great they would be to be uplifted by the city. Can you think the Essence Festival got to be where it is? Essence is New Orleans, and New Orleans is Essence. How dare we not have a competitive, good time? Our thing is Juneteenth. We should be celebrating it for the entire month. We don't conflict with Essence, they're in July. And let the people go from this month in Texas and head on over to Essence. But let them come in the month of June, having things from the very beginning. Here's a brother that understands. He is doing his snap. But you gotta have vision, and it brings money. And the one thing I said about Juneteenth, every day of the Juneteenth day, I will do a moment of spiritual reflection. I embedded that in my remarks on the floor of the House, passage of the legislation. I want us to reflect, because it is a tribute to those never free in their lives. And once we do that tribute on June 19th, we will have fulfilled the honor that we need to give. But we can claim the whole month with economic opportunity. That's just one of the things to begin to rebrand Houston as an entertainment conference, along with the diversity of tech, energy, and medicine, and climate change advocates. We have to take Houston to the new level, welcoming heads of state who I know. You come to the United Nations, please, I want to welcome you to Houston. That's right, my sister. She gets it. And so I thought this was the best place to share with you why I would leave the powerful halls of Congress, yet now tainted by those who cannot leave, cannot get bills on the floor, cannot carry on the legislative agenda, but my individual colleagues have the ability to make a difference. But I will be blessed by their friendship and their collaboration and their goodwill, as I will by the administration and the friends I've gained, Mayor Karen Banks of Los Angeles, Mayor Brandon Johnson of Chicago, Mayor Eric Adams of New York, and mayors in between, to be able to collaborate with them through ideas and more exchanges, cities exchanging and building each other up. So I wanted to take this moment because I'm so proud of Brother Thornton's vision. And there are others with visions. We're better than the cradle of civilization, our cities boost people's visions. And to have us popping. If you're in New York, you're headed to Houston because we're popping. If you're in San Francisco, you are headed to Houston because we're popping. If you're my friend Tyler Perry in Atlanta, Tyler is headed to Houston because we are popping. I knew this was the place to lead my vision and my dream because I knew that you all would carry it forward. And I wanted to make sure that as this week that we begin to learn to Juneteenth, that we know that we should turn to it from the very month of June. Claim it. Claim it for our daddies that we honor next week. Claim it for our ancestors. Claim it for our neighbors. Claim it for our friends. Claim it for our classmates. Claim it. And before you know it, college roommates will be coming down. Relatives you've never seen coming down. Friends from elementary school, if you come from somewhere else, coming down to the big age. I wish you well in this conference. I congratulate all of the honorees and try to get on this train with me because we're moving into the future of Houston. Come go with me.